It was my pencil. Good evening and welcome to Girlfriend Minute. I am Shar.
And I'm Pascal.
How are you this evening, Pascal? And it is
Um,
evening. It is 11:42 p.m.
it is evening. Yes, it is. I'm doing
Be-
good. Welcome back. I missed
Thank
you.
you. I missed you too. You should have gotten on the ship with me.
I should have, but
You should have.
I would have been a third wheel. So,
No, you would not
no,
have.
I wouldn't have.
No,
Okay.
you would have been the first
Well,
wheel.
yeah. You had a good time though?
I did.
Good,
I
good.
did. Very relaxing. It's it's great, I liked being waited on, you
Oh,
know.
I bet.
There are
Yes.
people that are like, "Oh, you'll get great food in the dining room." And I did do the dining room for lunch. Typically, if I was on the ship, I had a big old salad
Mm-hmm.
and in the morning I would have a piece of avocado toast with whatever they put on it that morning. Sometimes it was eggs, just whatever it varied, and I had some eggs and stuff. And but in the
Yeah.
dining room at night, they put the napkin in your lap, and that's what
Yes,
they're there for, and that's what I paid for. So,
that's right. Hey,
you
why
know,
not?
because I wait on everyone else all the time. So it was my 7 nights not to be waited on, or to be
That's
waited on
good.
and not wait on everyone else. So
It is. It's the best feeling ever. I love that feeling too.
it's also part of the
Yeah,
experience too. It's part of the
it
whole
is.
cruise, thing. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So
Good,
I
good. You
highly
do it
recommend
again?
it. Oh, absolutely. I've
There
been
you go.
looking. I've
Yeah,
been looking.
I know. You
I'm,
get that itch. Once you start it, that's it.
you know, first of all, it does add up because I don't have a wardrobe for events. I don't do anything.
Hmm.
So, I had to buy some things because it's business casual. I have several pairs of black pants for business casual at work because that's the dress code. I have five
Yeah.
pairs, but yeah, I didn't want to wear black pants every night.
Well, no, yeah.
It's uneventful. It's boring. Who
No,
wants to do that? So, anyways,
absolutely.
I had to do a little shopping, so there's money there. Then you're doing extra tips, there's money there. And then there's food on the excursions, and there's money there. And then there's souvenirs for the babies, and there's money there. So,
Oh, yeah, of
you're
course.
thinking you're going on this cruise and you're spending 2,000 for the 7 nights
Hmm.
for two people. And then I bought my excursions, which I paid between 650 and 7 for all four excursions
Yeah.
at all four ports. But then, I was buying things.
Well, yeah, of course. That's the whole
Well,
point why you go on a vacation like that. You're gonna buy stuff. So,
I bought Melania a silver necklace with her initial in it. That's in Mayan
oh,
writing, Mayan writing. So
oh
it's real
yes.
silver. So it's nothing she can wear anytime soon.
It's okay. It's a
Yeah.
memorabilia. Yeah.
And then I got her a dress, and I got Aziel a little necklace thing, which we won't discuss that situation. And I got him a
Yeah.
t-shirt and, so that type of thing. I didn't buy myself any clothing there. I did buy myself a few baseball caps
Okay.
to wear outside because I really don't have any, and I always wear the same ones. So I was trying to be a little
Hmm.
more festive. And I bought those vinyl stickers that go on the water jugs, and then I went and visited Harley Davidson in Cozumel. So I got Danielle
Oh,
a
wow.
Harley Davidson vinyl sticker from
Oh,
Cozumel. It
cool.
says Harley Davidson Cozumel, just so she could, and a
Put
few
it on
others.
her
So
cups.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have a sloth on my water jug now, and
Oh,
I have, yeah. So it was a lot of fun. I got to hold a sloth on my birthday. That was fun. Her name
yeah.
was Mary.
Oh,
It's
how
frowned
old
upon
was she?
stealing them. You know what? I don't remember how old if they said. I don't remember. It was just this one young kid who took the whole group around, and
Hmm.
we went to the monkey cage and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
um, they only had two sloths out, and I don't remember how old she was if they
Wow.
said.
Okay.
So
How did it feel though? I never held one of those. How does that feel?
it's like holding a baby. They just hold on to you. Of course, they have those
The
hard
big
claw,
claw.
yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
and their hair is very, very coarse, very
Yeah, it looks very
thick,
coarse.
coarse, yeah,
Yeah.
but so sweet. Just talking to them, they're just looking at you,
Oh,
the little eyes just looking at you,
I
probably
love those
going,
animals.
"What the heck? Who's this person?"
Yeah, right. How many people do I have to see today?
Right? How many came
Can I
off this
just go
ship?
back?
You feel kind of bad because that's what they're there for, but
Yeah.
and the snorkeling in Belize was fantastic.
I know. I saw some
Rotan.
of your videos. I saw some
Yeah,
of your videos. It
I
was
haven't
beautiful.
uploaded the Mexican videos yet. The Cozumel videos, not
Mhm.
Mexican. Sorry, Cozumel videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It was a much needed break after getting terminated. The whole clinic being terminated and shut down, all 254 of us.
Yes, I bet.
So,
Much needed, definitely.
it was much needed. Sadly, had to go back to work this last week. I had a short week because I took today off, so I
Mhm.
worked 3 days and here I am. So, got to go back Monday. They've shut off our PTO, so I can't take any more PTO,
Okay.
which I understand, but I don't because it's like you got to pay it out and you're
Right.
taxed differently because it comes as a big hunk.
It is. Yes.
And
Yes.
instead of, yeah, so,
Instead of a little bit each time. Yeah. It's
well, like it's
crazy.
your hours for your payday. So,
Yep.
um, I will have 80 some hours
And PTO?
in PTO left after my cruise.
Oh, wow.
And so that's like an additional
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks pay
Yeah.
on top of the month severance they gave everybody. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Well, I
but
guess it's time to regroup now. So,
well, I've been working on that and because I pay my own bills, um the bigger goal is being worked on, but the
yes.
short-term goal. So what's interesting is there's a company down the road. It used to be called Gateway Radiology, and they're now called Simon Mid as of a few months ago. I was driving
Mhm.
by, the building was painted, and it said Simon Mid. I'm like, oh, no longer Gateway.
Mhm.
So they reached out to our facility when they heard that it was shutting down, and they have a meeting this coming Monday to possibly come in our building and lease all the imaging, and then
Oh,
we would need employees too, people who run the
to work there.
machines,
Yes, of
who already know
course.
how to work them,
Sure.
the people know how to schedule them.
Sure.
So I reached out to that lady and she told me to email her the resume. So I updated it and I emailed it to her last night. Of course, she's on vacation. She'll be back in the office Tuesday, which is fine because the meeting's Monday.
Okay.
And we don't even know if it's an option, if it's possible, if they're grasping at straws and just, they're like, it would be perfect. We want to expand and this is perfect.
Mhm.
So we shall see what happens with that. It would be nice for my MRI tech to stay in place and my CAT scan tech to stay in place and my mammo and X-ray and ultrasound tech to stay in place and for
Sure.
us to stay in place. But uh, I'm not
We'll
holding my
see what
breath because there's
happens.
always
Yeah.
those little, I don't know if they could sublease it. I don't know how that works. It's medical, it's business. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how that
So
works either, to be honest with you, but hopefully it'll work out anyway for you in the
yeah, and
meantime.
doctors from other facilities around us have walked in and are like, we heard, we're so sorry. I have someone making a list. I'm going to bring it back over of
Mhm.
possible jobs that you guys may qualify for that you can apply for. Um, See if we can help out any of you, which is
And they let them
nice.
in?
Well, they don't control the front door. Here's the thing is they sat there and terminated all of us and then ended that meeting, come get your severance packages, where like everyone had to go upstairs immediately and get their severance packages because everyone did, and
Right.
started the next meeting like welcome to Sanitas, and there's all these Colombians on the screen, and I'm just like exit. Done.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
done.
Goodbye.
I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm not doing it. And then they got in their cars and went home.
Oh,
Some went to
I wonder.
Miami,
Yeah.
some went
That's
to wherever,
weird.
because people walked in that building that I had never seen before in my life.
Okay, well then I guess they don't care if other people walk in and offer jobs to whomever is
Well,
willing
they
to accept it.
terminated us. They
They
terminated
did.
us.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
why
So,
would they care, honestly? I mean,
no,
even now the doctors can take their patients to where they're going
that's right.
because they were terminated versus the doctor leaving. They're not supposed to tell you. So like instance, for example, Dr. Katie Reed, she had already put in her notice because she didn't care for how Dr. Vanna didn't make her feel safe. And he came into the clinic as a locum, so he was temporarily going to help out.
Mhm.
He ended up staying and becoming our director of doctors.
Oh,
Oh yeah, imagine that.
yes.
And she didn't feel safe with him in charge. He went from a really nice guy going, I want to help people, to a guy who makes my skin crawl, and he lied on the Zoom meeting, which I'm done with him. When he lied
Oh
that
my
day,
gosh.
we were all done with him. And this was a few months ago when he ended our nuke med testing, and he said the machines were unsafe, so we've ended it. No, they weren't. They were just all recertified, you liar.
Oh, so they kind of lured him in. Yeah.
Well, no, he was bought with a paycheck. He's no different than the rest of them.
Correct.
He's
Money.
showing who he is. So Dr. Reed had already gotten a job back in April, I believe is when we were first told, at Tampa General.
Mm-hmm.
So legally, she can't take her patients when she gave notice. There's
Correct.
a contract, how far the mile radius of where she can
Correct.
work.
Yeah.
Now they're shutting it down. I don't know if she's telling people or not, but I've been telling people because I knew where she was going. No one said I couldn't tell patients.
Well, they let you go. Exactly. They let you
I'm
go.
not
Now
contracted.
you're free. No.
Well, I've been doing it for months. Do you know where she's going? Yeah, she's going to Tampa General. Really? I'm like, yeah.
Right.
I don't care. I'm not going to lie for you. So ask me and I will tell you.
Yeah, that's it.
Now Dr. Pondy and all of them being terminated, that's what he was waiting for. He didn't leave. He was waiting to be terminated so he could take his patients.
Well, okay.
Because he's been at the clinic for over 20 years.
Yes, which he can now because he's terminated.
He knows.
Yeah.
Yep. And he knows. That's why he stayed. He's like, I'm going to wait till they tell me I have to leave, because they're not going to tell me I can't take care of some of these patients I've been taking care of for 15, 20 years.
Right.
He's like, no. So, and I'm just telling everyone that the cartel is here. Columbia has arrived. Get your shit and get out.
The Colombian cartel has arrived.
If you have doctor's appointments, don't cancel them. Come in, see your doctors, get your final scripts and whatever you need. And while there, gather your medical records and then take them with you, because you can't see them again. Because who's going to go to Tampa General? I don't know what she's doing at Tampa General. Is she going to run the ER? Who knows? Right. I have no idea what deals she cut. I haven't talked to her. I haven't seen her to ask her. I haven't heard the specifics. So, don't cancel your appointments. Come in and get your stuff. Because some doctors are backed up. And now this is just going to flood the area more, because we have thousands of patients.
Well, how long do they have to wait to get all their records?
Oh, they're moving quickly. My medical record people are going as fast as they can. They're burning images and they're going as fast as they can. I mean, you have to realize we've been in the community for over 50 years.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I mean. And I'm sure some patients have have a big file. Some people do. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And so.
They got to get it done before when? August? Is that when it is?
Well, August 30th is when we are done.
Okay.
I don't know who they'll bring in to finish that up, because legally they have to, there's rules to all that.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how many people have reached out and facilities have called in.
Yeah, that's what amazed me. That's why I said, are they just letting them do that? But I guess they can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they can't. They can't say no.
They can't stop them.
They can't stop people from getting employment.
No, they can't. Once they let you go, that's it.
And you have to realize all the upper people that run this clinic are actually not in the building.
No,
Most of them are in Gainesville or wherever the heck the headquarters is. One of those villas up there. I don't know. And then apparently the dude from Miami and Columbia. So, we pretty much run. I don't run to my supervisor or managers. I know what I'm allowed to do and not allowed to do, and I know when I need help. And so typically we all work together and solve the problems and get things handled. I don't ask for anything from anyone, really. I mean,
well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that they were able to, come in and offer you jobs, and you're able to look and see what you want to do.
Yeah. So I mean, techs have been interviewing my GI department. The doctors heard, they reached out, said we can use some staff. One of my nurses, he's going there, and one of the nurse practitioners for gastro is going there. So they're able to stay together.
Yeah.
And they know how each other works.
That's good.
And the flow and stuff. So it's an asset to that doctor, he feels. So he was like, yeah, Mark, great interview. You can start whenever you want. He's leaving early. He's not staying for severance. So he starts next week on Thursday or Friday next week or whatever. And you know, they got their bills to pay, so
Yeah,
they
that's
can't
right.
worry about, I'm probably gonna get myself walked out prior, but whatever,
No, you're not. Whatever. It's already done. That's it. It's
you
finished.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying positive things about them, so
Well, so what? You don't have to. That's not your job to say
No,
positive things about them.
no, it's not.
Ooh, don't unleash the
They
Scott.
didn't say possible. They didn't say anything nice about keeping you guys on, did they? They just
No.
put this
Oh,
on
it's
you and
business.
thue it on your back. It is
It's
business.
business. They
Yeah,
just
that's
doing what
it.
they want to
So,
do. I don't understand their
no.
long-term goal. It doesn't make sense because what they're offering isn't going to be really well received, and a lot of patients are like, "Yeah, not going there."
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Exactly. Don't
yeah,
worry. They're not going to get too far
you
on this
know.
road that they're supposedly traveling on.
Oh, I'm going to have my say
So,
before I leave
yeah, do it. I
because I'm
would.
like that. Oh no, I am. I am.
Yeah,
I am. I
good.
have to stay to August 30th, but that doesn't mean I
Mhm.
can't say something as I walk out.
No, exactly. No, that's right. You speak your mind the way you want to. I did when I walked out
Yeah,
of the other one. I
yeah,
couldn't care less.
yeah,
You already let me go. I'm done. So,
yeah,
am
yeah.
I gonna tell people about your business? Nope.
Nope.
Am I gonna tell them to come work for you? Nope.
Mm-mm.
That's it.
No.
Simple.
And like I have one nurse, she lives by herself. She doesn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
She has to work. She took a job with them, but she's backed out already.
Oh my gosh, already.
hmm
See?
Not even there because they don't open till September 3rd when we totally shut down.
Yeah.
We close that Friday,
Wow.
they open that Monday.
And
So
she's
everyone's
already
like,
backed out.
so this has obviously been in the works for months because all their licensing and everything
Oh, they had to, of course,
to
had to go in ahead of time. Yeah.
way ahead of time
Yes.
because that's a big
Yes.
process.
At least a year and a half ahead of time.
That's what I kind of was figuring, 18 months ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. They don't do this like right away. One, two, three.
no,
Okay, you're done. No.
it's medical. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of licensing. There has to be a doctor in charge of the whole facility. There has to be, there's all kinds of shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
They got
know.
to get everybody on board before they can move or do anything.
I
So,
don't even think they've hired a doctor yet. I don't think they can get one.
well, who wants to work for them? You know,
Well,
like
he's
if they're
supposed to be
doing all
bringing
that, no.
his people from Miami. Where are they?
Well, yeah, exactly. Where are they? That's right. Or Colombia, I guess. I don't know. The
Yeah.
Colombian cartel is coming.
They're here.
They're here. Yes.
They're they're here. And it's
Yeah,
third world country medicine being brought to Largo, Florida. So
it is. Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
I will not be participating
No, I don't blame you. That's
at
good.
all.
Well, that's good. That opens new doors for you, hopefully in the future, near future, and you can get a move on and do the things that you already have on your goals list and keep on going. That's it. That's all you
Yes.
can do
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
focus on that. That's a
I
positive
am.
thing. Yeah,
I
that's a
am.
positive thing.
I
So,
am. I'm
well, on a
working.
better note, what do you have for us this week?
Yeah, but how about you? We haven't touched. How's your dad? How's your kids?
Oh, my dad is doing okay. He's been having a couple of procedures and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, he has one coming on Monday. They've ended up finding 5 tumors in his bladder, and they are cancerous. But he seems to be doing good. Like he seems to be doing great. Um, and we'll see what the doctor's going to say on Monday as to how we can proceed with whatever it is we need to proceed with, whether it's chemo or radiation or what have you.
Yeah.
And my grandbabies are doing great. They're fine. It's very hot over here. So
Mm.
yesterday was the 4th of July and they were all in the pool and having a good time. And so rightfully so, because it was so damn hot. But I was sleeping in my bed. I had off.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I shut the place down. So
Nice.
yes.
I'm
So I
sure you
needed that
feel
time
better.
off. I
Oh,
do. It gave me a chance to catch up on things, at home. Even though most of the time I was like kind of laying in my bed and just chilling in my pajamas, but sometimes You just have to do
Oh,
that.
sometimes, well, you can see I organize. I spent my day cleaning out stuff. I ran
Mm-hmm.
stuff to the garbage cans. I put things in containers and I stacked and stored that poor closet.
Right, right.
I don't think that shelf can hold anymore, which is why I stopped. But
Yeah, no, don't put any more on it.
yeah, so and under there somewhere is my ice cream machine, which I need to get out. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, but it's nice. It feels good to kind of catch up on stuff and just
oh
just
yeah,
relax,
it's a huge
Just relax.
accomplishment. It's a huge accomplishment. It's like I
Yeah.
got this done. This is something I've been wanting to do, and now it's actually done.
Exactly,
And then
exactly.
when Brooke gets all situated in her new place that she's currently in, two of those containers are out.
Okay, there you go. Then you'll have a little bit more room then.
Yes.
Good. There you go. And now you can do
So,
whatever you want with that room. So
oh, I've been, yes.
you've been slowly doing it.
It's so funny. They terminated us, and I exited, and I turned on the next meeting, and I saw who was all in there, and I exited that as well.
Hmm.
And I started taking down the pictures that I had up on my end of my bookshelf that everyone saw. And when my coworkers came in upset, she's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm taking down my pictures." She's like, "Why?" I said, "First of all, I don't trust anyone here. I've already heard the rumors
Exactly.
about the guy in charge, already going through people's desks and saying we're going to be paperless, and he's like taking notepads and paper. Don't touch my stuff. If I brought it into that clinic, it is mine. Don't touch it."
Should not be doing that. Everybody's
He
desk is
should
their
not.
own private desk.
Correct. The top two drawers are clinic stuff. The bottom drawer is usually my purse and some nut snack like almonds or bag of almonds. I
Yeah.
have some gingins in there.
Uh-huh.
You know,
No, he shouldn't be doing that. That's like your little,
my
like,
logins for my
yeah,
computer
that's like your
programs.
little sacred place when you go to work. That has nothing to do
So
with them. Don't touch. And if you're gonna go, paperless, that doesn't mean you take
we're not
everybody's
going
notebooks and,
paperless. No,
well, I
it's
mean,
medical. Yeah, he's
yeah,
stupid.
right.
I told people who work at Morton Plant they're trying to go paperless. They're just like, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sorry. I make notes on everything. I have orders. I've got all kinds of stuff paperless. Just get back up
Right.
on the whatever floor you're at and stay there. Just,
This kind of job will never be paperless. It doesn't matter how much technology is moving forward, regardless of what it is, you're always going to have something.
paper. And
Pen
it's
and
it's
paper. Yeah.
and people are like, well, you can print. Well, our computers at work are programmed. It's just medical programs. We don't have
Yeah.
access to Google and stuff. We get little sad faces when you try to do something that's blocked because everyone's medical records are in the computer and they don't
Right.
want it hacked. So I everyone's like, you have computer experience. No, I have an ECW experience. That's the current program we're in. I have Availity. I have, a
Yeah.
few, they're medical programs. It's not like I'm in Microsoft Word or anything like that.
Right. Right.
And
Exactly.
so you don't need to search anything. You know what? Every click I make, every call I make, every call I
Right. You can
answer,
see it. Yeah.
stay out of my stuff. So someone came in, they're like, why are you taking those down? And they were upset. I said, well, the reality is I have to at some point, and I don't trust anyone. I'm going on vacation in a few days,
That's right.
and I'm
Yeah.
not leaving stuff in bags on my bed. That's all from
Yeah.
my desk. I brought
Yeah.
home my passwords to my programs, my medical programs, and stuff. He
Good.
don't need it. I don't trust
Yeah.
him.
No, that's right. I don't blame you. I don't blame
You
you.
know.
Forget that. He has no right to do that to
And
begin with.
honestly, with the way things happen and the way they've been lying to us for months
Hmm.
and not answering the tough questions, I didn't know it was going to happen to my coworkers when I was gone. I was worried. You
Yeah.
know, you can walk up to the door one day and they're not going to automatically
And
open.
it's right, exactly. And it's locked and that's it.
That's
The
it.
end. Yeah.
I
Well, at least
just
they told you before you went on your cruise so that way you can take your stuff with you. And, those things, when you set up your desk in your cubicle, like it's your own little private area.
mhm.
So I get it. I know. Like, that's
I
what I
don't
did.
ever touch anyone else's desk.
No, and you shouldn't.
I don't. If I have to tell them something or leave them a note, I typically write it on a post-it and stick it on
Hmm.
their monitor. I just
Hmm.
reach over their monitor, pop it on, I turn around, walk right back out their cubicle if they're gone. I don't touch, I don't go behind their desk. I don't no.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
but he upset several nurses up there on the fourth floor and we were all hearing about it and they were angry and I'd be like, what are you doing? What is wrong
Yeah.
with you? What
Yeah.
is wrong with you?
Yeah. No, exactly. What an idiot.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have one of my coworkers said something to him and she asked him a tough question, and he didn't answer. So he turned around and walked away and went and sat on a bench and got on his phone. The
Oh, so he could
Romanian
ask somebody else.
asked him a tough question about whatever was going on at the time a few months ago, and he didn't have an answer, and the truth would have been not what he was supposed to be saying. So
Well, yeah, of course. Of course.
yeah, so he was bought off easily.
Of course. People usually are when it comes to money.
Yeah. So
Money talks, bullshit walks. Isn't that what they
yeah,
used to say?
it is. It is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So here we are.
Here we are.
It doesn't seem real.
No.
So
Yeah. It's going
I
to be
don't know.
tough at that last month. It's going to be tough for you, but I know
It
you're
was
a
a
strong
tough first
person.
week. Everyone was
Yeah.
crying, and I'd walk in, but the next day I walked in because they like, if you want to go home with pay, you go home. We won't touch your PTO. You're gonna be paid like
To the
you're
end of the day,
here.
like normal.
Yeah. So everyone just grabbed their stuff and went.
Yeah.
And I walked in next morning. I'm like, I'm gonna adult. I'm gonna be brave. I'm not gonna cry. No, legit. This is what I'm telling myself in my head all the way here.
Yeah.
And I walk in, I clock in, and everyone's like, good morning. I'm like, good morning, our normal routines, and no one's saying anything. First patient. She came in and sat down in front of me, all glassy eyed and upset.
Oh no.
I've been here 32 years, and she started crying. And that was it.
And that was the end of that. Yeah.
That was the end
Yeah,
of that for
that's
me.
usually
Just
how it happens. Yeah, it's usually how it happens.
I didn't get one patient in.
That's exactly how it happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the end
Yeah.
of that. And it's not that it's the job, it's the people.
It's the people, of course. You've been with them for a long time.
Well,
You
I would have been back
even
5 years, but I started originally in 2008,
right.
and it made it easy to go back because it's some of the same people.
Right.
And they looked at me and they're like, Char? I'm like, yeah. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
It's
when
me.
I came
It's me. Yeah.
back. And
I'm back.
and the fact that they remembered me, because lots of people have been through those doors. There's
Sure.
some people that have been there 43 years. They've been there since right out of high school.
Oh, wow.
One of my old supervisors, she now works part-time, and she lives in Palm Harbor, so she transferred to the Countryside location because she's wanted to do her last few years part-time.
Sure.
So she's working Monday through Thursday and just has Friday off type deal. And she's
Mm-hmm.
no longer supervising, and she's been there right out of high school.
Oh,
There
wow.
are some of her like her that worked their way up and were
That's
taught
her whole
everything.
life. Yeah,
That's
that's
her
like
whole
her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I was upset too when I left, but then I got over it. So I don't know. I was just like, okay, whatever, move on. Let's go. What's the next adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard,
Yeah.
but you're gonna do it. Don't worry. You're a strong person.
I'm not worried about me. It's the people.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of
You
course,
know.
you build up a
This
relationship
too
with them.
shall pass, and I know
Yes.
that. It's
Yeah.
just the people.
It is. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
you
I
know,
don't blame you.
everyone says we'll stay in touch. It's hard
Who knows?
when you're not
Yeah.
thrown in that building and have the job to do together all day long, 40
Of
hours a week,
course. Of
versus
course.
real life and going your separate ways and having family, and it's just different.
Well, you see those people the majority of the time that you're awake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah,
40
it's tough.
hours I
Yeah.
spend in that small section of that building.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
They see you and you see them more than you see your own family at home.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it's tough. So
It is.
here we
It's
are.
rough.
This too shall pass, and life
Yes.
goes on, and
Bigger
we
and
shall
better
see.
things. Bigger and better things.
Well, I got cruises to pay for, so
Yeah.
apparently I've been shopping.
I know.
I've been
That's okay.
shopping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay tuned. You do have a passport, right?
I do.
That's not expired, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just checking.
Yes.
When you get
Yeah,
that text, I don't want to hear any excuses.
No, there are no excuses. I will double check on it, but I think it expires in 2026. So what I will do is I'll double check it though and make sure that it's ready to go. So don't you worry about that. I have it right in front, right there next to all my makeup. It's right there. Yes.
So I did think about you when I was on the cruise. I'm like, she would like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. All the pictures you took were beautiful. I
Yeah.
liked especially when you went, underwater and you did the snorkeling,
Oh,
and that was amazing.
yeah. That
That was
water is,
amazing.
you know,
You could see
it's
right through. Like you could see everything. It
it's
was
in
like,
the boat
wow, holy
hauling
crap.
butt, and it just you
Yeah.
could see ahead straight down. It just,
Yeah.
and it's like that on in the ABC Islands too. I've been to Bonaire.
Hmm.
That's where I did my recertification one year. So it's beautiful there too. I've never been to Aruba or Curacao, which is why I'd be interested in doing that
They're beautiful.
ABC
I've been to
cruise
them.
because I haven't been to Bonaire in over 20 years. So
Yeah.
it's
I've
been
been
a
to
hot minute.
Aruba and Curacao, and they're both beautiful and amazing islands too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to look into that some more. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I've been browsing.
Yes, I know. It's okay. You're allowed. That's why it's called browsing.
True
And then when
story.
you're ready to push the button, then you just push the button. You're like, okay, no more browsing. It's
Yeah,
on.
right. It's done.
Yes.
The browsing
Yes.
has ended.
The browsing has ended. Now the big red button shall be pushed.
Right.
We're ready to go.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. I get the benefits of it. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
definitely.
nice. So
Yeah.
anyways, so I asked um before the cruise,
Hmm.
what do you miss most about the good old days? Like our childhood and growing up. So Pascal, what do you miss most about the good old days?
Um, I miss the fact that we could play outside and nobody has to bother us. There were no phones, no things like that. You just enjoyed people and you enjoyed talking to your friends.
Hmm.
You enjoyed life.
Hmm.
You went fishing, you went out, you went swimming, because I used to live over there and during those good old days.
You
So,
did.
yes,
You
so
did.
I miss all of that.
Yeah.
I miss the friendships and the bonds that I made with people,
Hmm.
which, now I can stay in touch with you, which is great.
Yeah.
But there's some people that I wouldn't per se say that we were like tight friends or anything, but I talked to them. I just wish that we could have, kept in contact and pursued that along the way.
Yeah.
Um, those kinds of things. I mean, the days when you can listen to the radio and you run to the telephone and you want to try to win that big, huge thing that
Whatever.
they're having, whatever it
Yeah.
is, and then you're dialing and you're dialing and you're dialing, and
And
then
your
all of a
dialing
sudden
is
you
like
go through.
this.
Yes, it's the circle
So,
dialing. Yes,
you gotta wait for it to come back.
yes,
You're going as
yes, and
fast as
then
you can.
well, and then finally we got the push button one,
Yes.
the push
Yeah.
button one. But
Hmm.
then you have this big long cord
Cord.
so that you can walk around the house with
I
it.
would go in so people don't know this. So well, I've said it. So my mom didn't have money and she was raising me as a single parent and he didn't pay child support. So we actually didn't have a landline for a long time.
Hmm.
She couldn't afford it. Okay, and eventually, at some point, we got one. But prior to that, I actually got my own
Yeah.
babysitting and doing jobs where I had a telephone line put in my bedroom, and I eventually had my own line. But prior to that, I had Joni and Dwight's house, and they had this great room off the living room that it was a sink here, and then it was another bathroom and a hallway, and then it eventually
Hmm.
led out to the garage and stuff. And then the bathroom's over here. And I don't know why they had money. There was a phone on the wall with a long cord by the toilet.
By the toilet.
So
Yes.
I could go in there and grab it and bring it around the corner and lay on the carpet in the hallway outside the door of the bathroom
And
and
you
spend
can talk.
hours chatting.
Yeah.
They were like, whatever, she's happy, she's fine. Nothing's going
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly.
And I would spend hours
Exactly.
with that cord because it was long, not stretched out. I mean, I was
Hmm.
stretching it out. And it was long. I could travel all over that area. It was great. I'd lay on the floor
Those,
and chat for hours. And I miss that. I've actually thought I
yes.
don't have a landline in my house, but I could probably put one back in
No,
and then
you
hang a
could.
phone.
Yeah, you could hang a phone. I didn't get to speak too much on the phone because I wasn't allowed to do too many things, growing up. But when I did, I got one of those not the hamburger phone, the Lips phone. Did you remember those Lips, the Lips phone? So
I
I ended up getting
do.
one of those and I put it in my room. And I miss cassette tapes. I miss cassette
Yeah.
tapes. I used to have like,
Yeah.
you can go to the store and you can go and pick like the one hit wonder and get like just that one particular song.
Song. Yeah.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
still have mine.
Do you really?
I do.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to miss. You were safe playing in your neighborhood.
You were.
And the reality is if you watch some of these docu-series on Netflix and stuff, you didn't realize what was going on in the world, but you really probably weren't as safe as you thought you were, but you definitely felt
Correct.
safe. And I miss the phone. And believe it or not, I just miss getting up and changing the channel.
Do you? Well, we always had a remote. No, we had a Zenith TV. Did you have a
Yeah,
Zenith TV?
I
I
don't.
had I
I
had a
think
big
so.
one, like a big
Yeah.
one that you can actually put stuff on top of it, and
Yeah.
it was like built into this like
A console.
yeah, like a console.
Hmm.
Exactly. So we actually got a remote for that. But yeah, there was some TVs that I had that you had to get up and change the channel.
And I remember one day my dad came home from work when my parents were still married, and he bought me and my sister Colette little white TVs for our room.
Yeah.
And they had the little antennas
Yes.
and they had the
Yes.
knobs. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
And
yes.
all the kids in the neighborhood were like, oh, you got TVs in your room?
Right? It was the most fascinating thing in the world
Yeah.
at the
And all
time.
four channels or whatever it was, three, I don't even know.
Yeah. I miss
You
leaving
know?
the house and not having a phone with me.
Hmm.
And when I leave the house, nobody can contact me until I got home.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, then, I mean, now it's great. And it's a different world now, and you
It's like
kind of
people
need
keep a
it.
tab on you though too.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like, I don't need to be babysat either. And
right.
so, what did they do back in the day when they got a flat tire and stuff?
Yeah,
How did they survive? Well, they did.
right.
That's the fact.
Yeah. Well, and I
Well, I'll
think
tell
we
you.
used a lot of common sense back then.
Well,
Nowadays, these
yeah.
kids now, they don't know how to survive
No.
on that. What am I
No.
going to do? They look it up. Let's look up YouTube and find out.
Yeah, right.
Why don't you use your brain and find out?
Right.
We had
That's
that.
true.
We had
We
that.
we
Yeah.
did.
We
We
had to
did.
solve our own problems.
We did. I will
Yeah.
say on the cruise, what was really nice about the cruise, and I even mentioned it, I think, in one of my big posts, was
Hmm.
I was watching people, and yeah, there were people on their phones, but the majority, like when I was on the pool deck, people weren't. They were watching the movie, they were talking to strangers, they were in the pool. They didn't
You
have their
see?
phones on them.
See that?
They go get in their lounge chair, and then of course there's the guy giving out the free ice cream on the deck all day
Hmm.
long. So, you're getting one of those, and then they're sitting around, they're like, oh, where'd you get that? Oh, he's over there, and then everyone's chatting to
Right.
everyone. I had a few conversations with people and that I didn't know and don't even know their names. They didn't know mine, and no one was on their phone.
And that's a good thing. That's a
And then
good thing.
dinner, no one's on their phone.
That's
And the
awesome.
shows on the ship, no one was on their phone.
Yeah, you see, that's because they're in a place where they really can't use their phone unless I guess you pay for a package to use your phone, right?
Well, it's per person per day on the ship to use their Wi-Fi. I paid through my phone company.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, but no, that's good. I like to see that, to see actually
yeah.
people interacting with other
Hmm.
people. Nowadays, you don't see that anymore. You see
No.
everybody sitting on their phones. Nobody's conversating. Even here, let's say, because in the restaurant, sometimes people will come and they'll sit down and they'll look at the menu, they'll order their food, and then on their phone they go.
Hmm.
They're not even conversating with the person who they brought in.
Well, that's when you get one of those little buckets and attach a sign saying that while you're at the dinner table, your phone should be in this bucket.
Yes, I know.
Chick-fil-A has that.
Do they really?
Hmm.
Yeah.
They're the little things and tell you.
Yeah, they should be, but some people are so attached to their phone that they will probably start a fight with me because I told them to put their phone in the freaking bucket.
Well, you leave it on the table and you see how many do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of run an experiment and see.
yeah.
But it was nice to sit there on that ship with a few thousand people and just.
And have everybody actually
Hmm.
participating with what they need to participate in while they were there,
Yeah, you went and
whether it
paid for
was relaxing.
bingo and you
Yeah,
did bingo and people were having drinks served and everyone's talking to one another and some guy's like, what does that mean? I'm like, well, that means you have to do these corners. And, because
Yeah.
I played bingo years
Yeah.
ago, so it was kind of the same, and blah, blah, blah. And you could do it on an iPad. Well, I don't do it on an iPad. I'm here with a dauber. My coworker was on the cruise a few months before me. She gave me her daubers. I came out with my daubers.
There you go. That's right.
I'm here to daub.
That's right. Oh my
What, no
God, I used to have
iPad?
multiple colors,
I did
multiple
too.
daubers.
I did too. I had all kinds of colors. I want an iPad. Let's go home.
Those were the fun days.
Yeah, so yeah, that was the question I asked. And so people one person put lack of bullshit laws. I wasn't really sure how to take that.
Well, what kind of laws? You have to be a little
They
more
didn't say anything.
specific.
That
Yeah, they
was
got to
it.
be a little more
I was like,
specific. I don't know. I don't understand what bullshit laws mean. I mean, that could mean anything.
yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit laws out there. So
There are.
next time, please be specific.
Right? Someone just wrote hope.
Hope, yeah.
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 Someone wrote, when you move to a new city, it was 100% new chance, completely a do-over. With the digital footprints today, you can't truly reinvent yourself.
That's true. I like that one. That's a good one.
It
Male
was.
or female was that? Do we know?
I don't know because the name.
Okay, the name is difficult. Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't. It was. Sometimes someone uses the name like motorcycle guy or something. It didn't say anything that specified that I would, thought. Okay. Someone wrote my dad.
Yes.
Sam. I miss simplicity of slower pace life when there was less reliance on technology and more face-to-face interactions, which is what we were just talking about.
Well, we were discussing.
I think I lost her. Oh, there she is. You just blinked in.
Just a second. Yeah, just a small glitch.
Anonymity. When I was a kid, you could pick up a phone, dial a random number, and no one knew who you were.
Exactly. There was no caller ID. Calling.
Yes. I went to camp, made friends, and didn't see them for 9 months until camp started again.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. There was no caller ID. Nobody knew exactly who was calling at all. At all. Yeah.
Imagine the horror of picking up the phone and not knowing who it is. Now we see the name and we're like, yeah, we're not going to talk to him.
We're not being click. Move it along. Well, nowadays, back in the olden days too, we used to memorize numbers. Now, I maybe memorized a couple numbers, but it's not necessary anymore for me to because I got my phone and all the numbers are in there.
Yeah.
Like my little Rolodex.
Right? I know. I mean, what's that part of your brain doing today?
Exactly. I don't know. Sleeping.
I still remember my phone number from Palm Drive growing up.
Do you?
Before my parents were divorced.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Yes.
Ask me what Brooke's number is right now, and I'll be like, let me look it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we got it for her, and then I put it in the phone,
and that's it. And there it goes. It's right in the phone.
We don't phone call. She only calls when it's urgent. So other than that, she texts me stuff.
Yeah, I haven't memorized my daughter's phone number either. I think I memorized mine and maybe a few just in case I didn't have my phone or I locked it in the car or something. And and I have just a few that I can kind of pick up the phone and bing, 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 and that's it. Yeah. But I also did make a list and I put it like in my wallet as just in case like the people closer to me.
Oh no. Are you one of those old people?
I'm one of those old people. Yes, I am. Don't even start. Yes, I am. I am one of those old people.
Danny got me a great birthday card. I love the Golden Girls, and so it had their 4 faces on it.
Oh, that's
magnets,
great.
And Rose using her St. Olaf lingo, and
yes,
and it was funny, and it's like, yes, I'm calling you a Golden Girl, but yeah, and then she wrote, I know you're younger than I'm younger. You're younger than me.
You're younger than me. Yeah, you sure are. Oh my God, that's funny. I was just watching them last night, and some of the stuff that they say, I'm like, that was a little racist, or
And
that
that's
was a little
okay.
inappropriate. But
Yeah,
some of the episodes that they do have, they actually relate to everyday things that
they do.
women,
It's
yeah,
real life.
it
It's real
is.
life situations and stuff that people
Yeah,
have been through, or
yeah,
someone's been through, or heard about, or a friend's been
yeah.
through. But part
And
of
just women
comedy
don't talk about it.
is making fun of everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to. It's
You
not
have
just
to.
one person versus another, or you're being
Yeah.
racist or whatever.
So
No.
on the
But it
cruise,
just sounded like it. So.
yeah, and remember the Jeffersons
Oh my
and
God, yes.
All in the Family?
And
Come
Different
on.
Strokes
And
and
Benny Hill? Come
Benny Hill.
on.
Benny Hill
Everyone,
was so inappropriate.
yeah.
Watching it at 9 years
I
old.
I was watching it younger than that.
Yes.
And
I miss it though. I
a lot of
miss
it went
it.
shoom over my head, I'm sure, but it's probably worse than the sarcasm comes from. But anyways, yeah. Um, I was on this cruise ship and I went and saw some comedians.
Mhm.
And one lady's like, "Is this guy on that's going to be on the cruise ship?" And I started doing things with her on the ship. She was older, but
Mhm.
she was at my table, and we just talked back and forth a lot. And I guess her grandmother lost a leg at some point. I
Oh,
don't know why, but the comedian was making fun of, not on this ship, a different ship that she thought was the same comedian, of one-legged people
okay.
as part of
She
the
took
skit.
offense to it?
She did.
Oh, come
And
on.
her husband's like, that's the jobs of a comedian. They make fun of
It is.
everybody. And I
That's
thought,
right.
don't watch SNL because they got this one-legged cheerleader skit.
They do, yes, they do. Sure, they sure do. You will fall out over it, but no, you're absolutely right. No, don't watch that.
Yeah.
But I went to go watch somebody in Washington the one time, and he was making fun of one of the short little bald guys that was sitting across from us at the table. And well, he's an Arabic guy, so man, he was so mad. And I looked at him, I said, dude, it's just comedy. Like they're gonna pick people from the
They make
audience.
fun of everybody.
Exactly. So it's not that he's picking on you because, oh, you're the number one selected person. No, it's just because you're short and bald, and I think it's funny too. That's it. You know?
That's part of the comedian's job. Don't kill comedians too.
No, exactly.
Come
Exactly.
on.
That's
So
why we
yeah.
laugh. They make us laugh for that reason.
Yeah,
So,
you have to laugh at yourself.
yes.
You truly do.
Yes.
So,
Definitely.
someone wrote affordability of pretty much everything. Well, that's,
Uh,
you're preaching to, yes.
yeah.
You are all right there in that same boat.
Yes. We didn't have a lot of money back in those days. Like in the 80s, we didn't have a
Mhm.
lot of money, but we seemed to make it just fine.
Yeah.
Like everything seemed to be okay.
Yeah.
Like we weren't I don't think I was missing out on anything. And I mean, I don't know about you, but well, beside the fact that I couldn't really like go out and be with my friends, but
Yeah.
that's because
That's a
of
different
my
thing. That's a
culture.
culture.
Yeah. It's a cultural thing. But I really didn't miss out on my childhood. Like,
Yeah, I didn't either.
yeah, as far as just
Even
being a normal kid.
when I moved to the beach with my mom and she was working 3 jobs, I didn't have name brand clothes. Clothes were put on layaway for school and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I was outside in the sun and water. I didn't
Mhm.
miss anything.
Mhm.
I didn't feel people, kids, I went roller skating and stuff like that. I didn't party for many
Yeah.
reasons. It didn't hold my interest. I was interested in other
I
things,
wasn't either. Yeah, I
you
wasn't
know.
doing well, I couldn't do any of that anyway. But I was able to go, to the pool, to the rec center and take my, brother and sister with me, and we had a lot of fun there. And we did some of they had some events that they used to do at night over
Mhm.
there where they played Jaws at night,
Mhm.
and they give you free popcorn. You paid like 50 cents to get in because you were part of
Yeah.
the residents
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff, just simple life,
Yeah.
just a simple, relaxing life. No phones, no social media, none of that crap,
No.
just fun,
Yeah.
living it up in the sun. I miss
Even my
fishing.
kids, yeah, I do too. Even my kids, even my daughter has said recently, I had a great childhood. We were allowed out. We played all the time outside, ran all over the neighborhood,
Yep.
because I wanted them to. I wanted them
Yeah.
to. I didn't want
Yep.
them to just be in the house,
No,
you
and
know,
yeah, that's good. You
you
gave him
know.
the best of all the worlds. So,
Well, I tried, so,
yeah.
just someone wrote simply interactions, which is what we talked about already a
Mhm.
little bit. And like
Yeah.
on the cruise ship, everyone was interacting and it was great.
Mhm.
And everyone was participating. The adult game was hysterical.
Was it? I bet. It's
At some
always
point,
funny.
the
Mhm.
men had their pants off and they were dancing in their underwear. It was
Oh
hysterical.
my God.
Well, the men that were participating, yes.
Well, yeah, of
It was a
course.
good amount of them doing that, so
Was it really?
really was.
That's very surprising.
Someone wrote no cell phones, and before that, pager, electronic leashes. I like that.
Yes.
Electronic leashes.
They are. They are electronic leashes.
You know,
Leeches. Yeah.
leeches.
Leeches. They're
It does
leeches
leech your
too. It
life
does
right
leech
out of
your
you.
life.
Here's a challenge for people. Turn off your phones during dinner at least and sit down with your family.
Exactly. I
Ask how their
wonder, I
day
wonder how
was.
many would do that.
I don't know.
Not very many.
I don't
I
know.
know there's still some, but I wouldn't say even 30%.
No,
No, I wouldn't even say that.
no.
Yeah, the phone is like a leash, like that person said, definitely. And it's like
Okay.
if you let it, it will control your life.
Oh, yeah.
If you let it consume you, it will consume you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, um, if you don't let it, then it won't.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big Facebook person. I do the Instagram and all that stuff only because of the restaurant. I never was a big fan of Insta, and I still don't know how to work Instagram very well either. I try my best, but I still don't know how to do it. To the point that some people are using it or what
You
they're
could
using it
YouTube it.
for. Yeah, I can YouTube it. Yeah. So,
um,
and I only post, things that mean something to me. If it doesn't mean anything to me, whatever, I'm not posting. So, and it doesn't phase me that I'm not looking at it or I'm not, or it's not in my hand 24/7.
yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Yeah. When I get involved in stuff and whatnot, I get a lot of texts throughout the day. It's just kind of weird. Some days, there are days I'm like, why are you texting me?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I don't
It's
know where
about
that
that
came from.
time, huh?
I know it's
Now you got me
1:30,
doing it.
12:30 in the morning. I apologize. So yeah, I actually I do like chatting with people on text message. It's nice in the sense that I can send a text, put the phone down, and I can go do something and accomplish something. I'll
Yeah.
unload the dishwasher, I'll reload it, I'll wipe down the cabinets, and it's like, oh, what did they say? And stuff like that. And I text Danny. We chat back and forth and stuff and kind of check in with one another. And
Hmm.
I do enjoy all that. However, there's some people that text me. I'm like, just don't.
Just stop it, right? Don't even. How did you even get my number?
Yes, I didn't give it to
Jeez.
you.
No, exactly.
If I gave it to you, you're allowed to text me. If I didn't give it to you, here's your sign.
Exactly. Knock it off.
I shouldn't be like that, but there are some people.
No, but I don't think that the phone should control your life. I mean, back in the
No.
days in the 80s and the early 90s before the phone came out, I think what in about 93, 94, 95, the first AT&T phone came out, the one that you actually it was like a little purse and it
Mm-hmm.
actually still had the cord and everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, before then, I think people were more relaxed. They didn't have that anxiety all
Well,
the
you're bringing all
time.
this stuff into your life. I have to
Yes.
answer this. I have to handle this. And I know like certain businesses run through the phone now.
Yeah, they
And you
do.
got to run, even us with plumbing,
Yeah.
people pay just tapping the device attached to our phone. It's a little
Oh,
disc,
yeah. Yeah.
and stuff. And
Yeah. Apple
that's
Pay, Samsung
the,
Pay,
we have
Google Pay.
We have a neighbor down here who is a regular customer because he has rental properties and stuff. He just sends us a text when he needs something, expects us to go handle it, and then we send
Yeah.
him the bill and he drops the check off in our mailbox,
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's a
now
lot
there's
of
Venmo.
business.
There's
Oh yeah.
Venmo,
Oh
there's
yeah, there's
Cash
all that.
App, there's all of
Yeah.
that. Now it's like you
But
don't even need to see anybody. Like the guy that comes out here and mows the lawn, he'll mow it like 4 times and then he'll send me how much the bill is. He'll send me the bill and I just Venmo it right to him. I don't got to write
yeah.
him a check. I don't have to see him. I don't have to
Yeah.
look at his face.
Well, I think
And
there's
then I'm
something to
like,
be said
well,
for old school. We still get a lot of checks for plumbing service work and
yeah,
whatnot. And he has rental properties, different ones that he inherited when his sister passed away. And some of
okay.
them, ironically, are on the beach in my old neighborhood. It's just
Oh,
funny,
wow, that is
which is
funny.
it's funny. So he's logging what property it is and stuff like that. And I'm sure that that's probably easier than electronic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, and not to mention, like nowadays, even if you run the credit card, they're going to take a certain percentage out. So I
Hmm.
think sometimes checks are a lot better than running the credit card through the machine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know.
And I don't know if it's less, I think we had a lot of less uh people stealing people's stuff.
Yeah.
Where versus now everything is like you put it online and it's right there and you're adding your card or you're doing this and it's just easy for other
Well,
people to hack.
and like we have one employee, and so there's no direct deposit. You have to have a certain amount of employees, and we have one that's paid every week, and so he gets a check, and we write payroll
Yes.
on it, and that's just how it is. And he takes a picture of it and deposits it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know,
crazy world now, huh?
technology is not always great. It's taken away
No, it's
the
not.
human aspect of things.
It is. People aren't gonna now they're making all these robots. Robots are gonna end up taking over. Nobody's gonna talk to each other anymore. Everybody's gonna
Yeah.
sit in their house.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, if you want to avoid the robots, you're going to have to stay in your house, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. I
I
guess
ain't going
so.
out there with that thing.
You should see the robots the Asian people have made nowadays. I
I've
don't know if you've
seen.
ever seen them or not,
I
but they're
know.
like regular human beings
They're
walking around.
it's gross.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
It's
Yeah.
gross. It's gross.
Yeah, well,
It's gross.
this is where our world is going, unfortunately. But yeah, I miss all the olden days. All the tapes that you could just put in at night and then during the day when you're doing whatever, you're listening to Wink 104. Was it Wink 104?
Not me.
No, it was the Power Pig.
The Power Pig
It was the
93.3.
Power Pig 93.3. And what else? It was Wink 104.
104.7. It's had many different
104.7.
names.
Yeah,
I
something
don't.
like that.
It's the mix now or something like that. I don't know that it's.
So
I don't.
I used to have a blank tape that I put the
Oh
tape
yeah.
on it and I used
And
to
then when
put
they
it
did
in.
the countdown,
Yes. Yes, on Sunday when they do the countdown, I know which I have both the play and the
play and
record.
record.
Yeah, and the pause pushed. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I know that my song is coming up or they say it, I unpause the thing and I play it. I've made so many tapes. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And I still have
Yeah.
them all. I have
Do
them
you?
all. Yes, I
Do you have
do.
anything to play them in?
I do.
Do they still work?
They sure do. Of course, they don't sound magnificent like they used to,
No.
like nowadays.
Yeah.
But hey, I still have my one-hit wonders, my Milli Vanilli and my Whitney Houston and my Michael
Yeah.
Jackson and my Madonna.
So do you ever sit here and think like where music would be and people mention music. Someone wrote My Knees Not Hurting, Better Music. Someone wrote My Grandparents. Someone else wrote My Grandparents, Better Music. So on the music end of it, what if Prince was still alive or Freddie Mercury?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where
What
would our
would they
music be
be?
today? Because there's nothing real new or creative. Like Freddie Mercury had a very distinct voice. The minute he opened his
Yes.
mouth, you knew who
You
that
knew
was.
it was him. Yeah.
And there was an article about his voice recently where they studied his voice when he was alive. And the things he was able to do with his voice was really rare and unique.
Yeah.
scientifically, and just how special he truly was.
Oh,
If they
I
had
bet
developed a cure or treatment for AIDS back then that would have kept him alive,
it
what would
would
our
have.
music be like now? Hopefully less Beyoncé's of the world,
Well, yeah, it's
you
like,
know.
now, and oh yeah, and I miss the old rap.
Yeah.
I used to listen to the rap all the time. I liked
Yeah.
all genres, but
Yeah.
one of them, and I miss the old ones. There's
Yeah.
no cuss words and I'm gonna knock you out kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm gonna use my gun and then I'm gonna lick your this and touch
Mhm.
your this and put it in
What are you
there and
listening to?
oh my God. You need to go listen to that stuff because it's
I
terrible.
don't. Yeah. I
It is
don't.
horrible music. I'm
You
like,
know,
okay, no, thank you.
yeah, just so it was kind of interesting to hear that. And I've said it to people. It's like, what if they were still alive? What would our music be like?
Yeah,
What would
exactly.
they think of the crap going on in the world today?
Right, exactly. I don't know. That's a very good question.
You know?
That's a very good
So,
question. Yeah.
yeah. So, people used to keep things to themselves. No one cares who you're banging or what you're doing except for those close to you. So keep it to yourself. So that
I
was
don't
the
know
one
if
I
they
was
were
going
really
back and
keeping it to
forth.
themselves. I really
Well,
don't think it
posting
was a
it.
hundred. Yeah.
No, posting it.
Oh,
And
posting it.
yeah, we're
Yes.
talking
Yes.
about social media and
Yes.
posting it. And back then, you didn't have all those avenues for people to share what they were doing,
No, you didn't.
So I
You had
use
less.
Facebook. Facebook is not my real life.
No,
If
of course. It
if
shouldn't be your
you
real life.
well, no, but some people treat it and use
They
it as
do.
their real life, and
They
and
do.
there's a huge amount of that. And I don't know if they're looking for attention or they feel big and bad and they're going to get some what kind of attention would you want from some of those posts
Exactly.
about your poor choices? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I would be embarrassed and I would not post it if I did something and then I was thought to myself, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's embarrassing. I
I
definitely
know.
not going to post about it.
No.
So what kind of
I had
attention are you seeking?
Well, I had a girl who I used to babysit in Florida. Okay, she lived right across the street from me, and there was two of them. There was an older one and then a younger one. So I would go over to their house, babysit them, and then at night when their parents would come home, just walk, right back to my house. And back in that time, you weren't scared to walk across the street because you knew that
Yeah.
you were just going home, right? Now it's like I have to look behind me, look around me, look at the side of me, and make sure that my head is always up there so that I can see what's going on. But now I have her on my Facebook and she posts all kinds of garbage like of her life and I'm embarrassed for her and it's not
Yeah.
even my life.
Yeah.
But like why are you posting that? I
It's
don't
like, I know they're seeking attention, but what do they get from it? Because you're also going to be
what
criticized. So are you looking to stir a
correct.
pot? Are you wanting to fight? I don't
She's
understand.
that's probably what it is. It's just probably seeking attention and looking for that um wanting people to talk to her. Maybe she doesn't have a lot of people to talk to.
I don't know.
I
But
don't
you know you're going
know.
to get
Good or
criticism.
bad. Well, good or
Yeah.
bad. I don't think she
Yeah.
cares. Yeah.
Well,
I
and then
don't
that
think she
goes to
cares.
self-respect. Where's your self-respect?
Exactly. Exactly.
Have
Thank
some
you.
class, have some dignity for yourself.
Yeah. And that's why I don't really post too much on stuff like that because people don't need to know my business.
I don't. I don't. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Sometimes I post these questions and there's one guy who will respond to them in Messenger to me. And he's kind of hitting on me and he's like asking for a friend, LOL. And I'm like, dude,
Oh
he's
my God.
older. I just stop. Just
Right.
I know him from, and again, we're going through this whole conservatory thing. Anyways, I know him. Our kids have crossed paths, but no, thank you.
Right. Exactly. Well, nowadays people think that they can just do that. Oh, I'll
Yeah.
just send her a message.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
we'll
I
just
know
talk to
you
her
and we're
through there.
friends and you have my cell phone, you can text me
Mm-hmm.
and I welcome it. That's fine.
Well, then some people get mad if you don't answer them, God forbid. Well, why aren't you answering
Well,
me?
if they have my cell phone number, typically they're people I will answer.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean on like on Messenger and stuff. Like,
Oh,
why aren't you answering
well,
me? I don't
yeah,
have to answer you.
I had one guy who thinks he knows me and he
Yeah.
knows of me and I know of him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Facebook is not my real life. And I posted a question for this podcast And I
Mm-hmm.
posted on my page too. And he messaged me going, Shar, are you going through blah, blah, blah? He's feeling out to see what's
Wow.
going on in my real world.
Yeah.
And this is what he said at the end, because you don't have any female Facebook pages.
What?
And I was just like, he has no idea I have the 2 other pages, which he shouldn't because they're female. And
Correct.
first and foremost, it's none of his goddamn business.
No, exactly.
So I told him, actually, I do, but thank you. And he disappeared. I think he was, next time, if he ever messages me again, I'm gonna be like, dude, I have told you, don't message me. I have. And I don't owe you any
But they don't give
explanation.
up. That's the
Well,
problem. Is some
no,
of them
then he
don't
starts
freaking give up.
the thing is, one time he said to me, you're not being nice. I said, what you're not being is respectful.
Well, I've already told you.
I don't got to be nice.
No, and you don't because you've already told him.
Yeah.
You've already put it out there that I
Yeah.
really don't want to talk to you. So can you just please stop texting me?
Everyone can use a friend. I'm like, no, I'm full, thanks.
Everyone can use a friend.
Because I was telling them I'm good. I don't need to talk to you
My
about
gas
anything.
tank is full, thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, I've got plenty of friends. Creepo.
Yeah, exactly. Very much so.
What he doesn't realize is all that I know about him, and he's disgusting as a person in general. He's not someone that
you want to have in your life like
I
that.
only know, well, even as a friend, even just
Yeah,
like, hey,
that's
how
what
are
I
you?
mean.
How's
Yeah.
it going? Happy birthday. I don't acknowledge his anything. I have no interest in being a
I don't
friend with
blame you.
him. And he's just low class, and he's just gross. And I
Yeah, I
had
don't
someone
blame you.
recently go, why are you friends with him? She messaged me, and she's very outspoken and stuff, and she has no couth. She's very tacky. And I know I sound critical and stuff, but if you met her, a lot of my friends who have met her are like, oh, I just can't be around her, she's just a bit much. And I said, yeah, it's very small doses. And she's like, how do you know them? I'm like, well, my kids and his stepson were in the same program in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, they are sleazy, him and his wife. I said, yeah, I've heard. And one of the things is he received like $10,000 to marry her to keep her in the country.
Yeah.
That is what I've been told by other people. And this is what this lady, who was not associated to the program, who has never had kids, who lives down here by me, where they live an hour north of us. I mean, she knows and has heard that.
That's crazy.
But, she reached out and she's like, why are you friends with them? I'm like, these are people that I've spent hours with in the same building with our kids, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to say to her, why are you asking me? It's really none of your business either.
No, it's not her business. She can move along.
It's none of your business. I know of them. They don't interest me as in anything more than that. Yeah, no,
exactly.
I know of them. That's why I say Facebook's not my real life. Who I really associate with and who my close friends are, it's not on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
same.
Someone wrote, rock and roll, no phones, smoke, danger, and being young. It's largely, I know, right? It's largely so tame in music these days, almost like the movies where everyone jump up and down like scripted animation.
Nowadays or back in the day?
Repeat
that. These days, yeah.
It's largely so tame. Well, I don't know. You need to call or message my friend Pascal because she's listening to some kind of rap.
Wow.
That I haven't heard.
Oh my God, don't even. You've heard it. It's just tamed when you listen to it on the radio, that's all.
Oh no.
You've heard it. It's just when you have it like in like the real lyrics, then you're like, what? She putting that where? Doing what to it? Yeah, like no. I don't want to listen to that.
Someone wrote the bliss and happiness and curiosity of playing outside with my friends. Well,
yeah.
we can still play outside with the friends. We just need to be adult version stuffs,
That's exactly. That's right.
However,
Yeah.
a good game of hide and seek, I thought about playing that on the ship when I had to disembark.
There
Be
you
like,
go.
they'll be like, one person didn't scan out. Where is she?
Yeah. We don't know. We can't find her. I think she works here now.
Right.
You'll find her on the lower level. I don't know where they
Whatever
put
it
their
takes.
workers. I think in the lower level. I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. The cost of things, lack of technology, actually talking to people,
Mhm. Yeah, we've
which
discussed
has
that.
been
Yeah.
a big answer because it's, it's a big thing.
It is a
It's
big
a big
thing, of
thing.
course. Yeah.
Not being aware of the illness in this world. Well, here's the problem. If we can't take care of our own people, we can't take care of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So we may be aware of it, but we have like issues here.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
offense.
No.
I mean, I'm all for humans, living and whatnot, but
Yeah.
you can't
You can't help others if you're not helping yourself first.
yeah,
So,
I
and
mean,
that's for the world. So,
yeah, I
it's the
mean, you
same thing.
can't go fix another country's homeless problem when you haven't fixed one in your country
Correct.
or your state or state
Correct.
by state or, and we have, but how many states? 52 of them?
Yes. Yes.
There's homeless in every single one of them.
Everyone. Everyone.
So, I'm aware of the illnesses and stuff in the world, mental, physical, all of that, very well
Mhm.
aware of it. But what are we doing for our people here?
Correct.
We got to take care of our people.
Yes, before we can help others.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I used to think, oh,
No,
let's
that's
fix
not
everything.
mean.
Well, I used to
That's
think
not
as
mean.
younger and naive, we got to fix everything. Now I'm like, oh, holy crap. Look
I
at
mean,
the
wouldn't it
shithole
be
we're
the
in
best
now.
world? I know, wouldn't it be the best world if you can fix everything? That would
It
be
would
great.
be.
It would be
But,
great.
you know,
But it's not realistic. So,
no, so we got to take care of the illness here before we can take care of everyone else's illnesses.
oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
we have kids living in poverty and
Yes. It's a
to
lot
do
of
no
kids
fault over
nowadays.
theirs, and stuff.
Yeah.
We have, we can't take care of ourselves,
No.
you know.
One of these days, maybe the earth is just gonna crack in half and everybody's gonna fall inside. And that's
Probably
it. The
be a
end.
blessing in disguise.
Right. The end. Everybody's gone. Everybody go to Mars.
Right. That's where all the men are. I'm going to Venus.
Oh yeah. Exactly. 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 I'll go there with you too then. I'll be
Okay.
there. Yeah.
I'll pick you up on my shuttle on the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll lower that little bay door thing and you can just climb on
and I'll
up.
just climb right in.
Like Marvin the Martian.
Yes.
I love that Martian. He's my fave.
Oh, that's another thing I miss. I miss all the good
old
shows.
Cartoons.
All the cartoons and the good shows that we used to watch on
would come
Saturdays.
On weekly, and I
the
love
Muppets.
the old ones up in the balcony, the old two male old puppets and their sarcasm. I love them.
Yes. I miss Solid Gold. I used to watch Solid Gold all the time.
Dance Fever.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Atari, believe it or not. I miss my Pitfall games and all my other games. Those were fun.
They were. The good old days.
We used to exchange them in school. Like if I knew somebody had something and they wanted something of mine, I'd be like, oh, I'll trade you this for that one. And I'd be like, okay.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it was fun at those times. Those times were a lot of fun.
Technology is not always a good thing. When it starts to erase human interactions and relationships and affect them, it's not a good thing.
No, definitely not a good thing.
It's sad.
It is. It is. But we'll see, I guess. I'm scared actually for the future for our generation.
I definitely am. I'm gonna be in Belize. That's where you'll find me on my island.
Not Roatan?
I didn't get in the water in Roatan. I kind of wish I had. I heard there was a beautiful reef. There was a guy getting off the ship and he had his snorkel gear because I brought mine.
Yeah.
And he said to me that, he was going snorkeling because he was asking what excursion I was doing. And,
Yeah.
because we're all in our groups, so everyone's chatting. And, he said, my son did this cruise last year and the reef here is spectacular. He said, Dad, it's yours. You gotta, come do the reef and snorkel
Yeah.
it. And I said, well, I guess next time I'll do that.
Yeah.
So I did not get in the water in Roatan. I got in the water in Cozumel and Belize. I did not get in the water in Costa Maya because I did the Mayan ruins.
Okay. Well, there's always a next time.
Yeah. I mean, so the Mayan ruins are neat to see because they're really, really old, but they're just these pyramids of brick and you can't go in them because they didn't live in them like that.
No, they didn't.
No. So it's just like this is pyramid of stones and here we are. So
Take a look.
yeah,
That's it. That's what you got.
And it's neat to see the history and stuff and whatnot,
Yeah.
but I don't ever have to go back there. And if I go back to Cozumel to do the same thing, go back into the water for the day or stay on the ship. I don't ever have to go back into Cozumel itself.
Right,
So,
right. Well, see there. Now you figured out which
yeah.
ones you like and which ones you
Which is the
would
benefit
visit
of
again.
cruising.
From
You
cruising,
get a day in each area and you get a little taste of it and you're like, oh, I got it. I definitely would
Yeah.
go back and spend a week in Roatan and
Mhm.
Belize in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Friendly,
good.
welcoming people.
I
mean,
saw.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw when they were welcoming the ship when you guys were
Oh,
docking. Yeah,
yeah.
I
I was
saw
just
that.
standing there waiting. I'm like,
Yeah.
watching them come out. They sing and dance and perform. And I don't even think many people were out yet. They were still trying to eat and stuff. And
Mhm.
I was like, oh,
How
wow,
fun.
it was just fun. And then they just dissipated and went away. And I was just like, okay, that was
Yeah.
it. And
It's like the
people are like, did
welcoming
they
committee.
hound you when you get off the ship? I'm like, no, I never saw them again.
No, they just want to perform their traditional dances and they want to
Yeah.
welcome you to come on in into
Yeah.
their island and that's it. So, yeah. That's awesome though.
It was a lot of
That's
fun.
great. Yeah.
So I recommend cruising,
Mhm.
you know,
Definitely. Yeah,
you
if you
know,
haven't tried it, you should go. At
you should
least
try
once
it.
in your life, try it. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Something to be said for it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. So all the comments were basically pretty much the same, like what we've
Yeah.
discussed,
Hmm.
give or
It's
take.
it's nice to know others are on the same page, that
They
people
are
are
on the same
missing.
page.
Obviously, like I miss. I think about it. Every time I have a birthday, I think about my sister, and I miss her being here,
Sure.
um, and all that. But I do. I think about laying on the floor with that phone cord extended out. I think
Yeah.
about all the bicycle riding I did, and I think about, I just think about all that stuff, the old
Yeah.
school stuff, and I tried to allow some of that for my kids. So even my daughter, being the youngest of the two, acknowledges and has said more than once in the past year, she had a great childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, they had electronics and stuff, but I'm like, get outside, and they're like, okay, bye, and they never
Yeah,
had a problem.
no, that's good. That's good that
Yeah,
they were able to do that. My daughter also did the same thing. She
yeah,
wasn't always stuck in the house. I always made it a point to take her out somewhere or have her go play with her friends.
yeah,
So it's at the time, our neighborhood wasn't full of people her age at the time, but she did have friends, from school and stuff like that, and I would meet their mothers or parents. I was the youngest one, obviously, so I'm the youngest one somewhere. See? And I would look at them and they're like in their 30s, and here I am in my 20s, and I'm like, okay, what do I have in common with you? Absolutely freaking nothing.
right. I know,
So,
I know.
but I'm here for my daughter, so it's okay. Let her enjoy
Yeah.
playing and stuff like that.
Well, what
So,
was nice about my neighborhood growing up is, Crystal, we grew up together.
yes, yes,
So everyone on the block, we all pretty much grew up together since elementary school.
yeah,
You know, my kids here on this street, every kid that was on this street was pretty
Mm-hmm.
much the same age.
See?
And so they all grew up together.
Yeah.
Now we have just one family with young kids down there at the end. Other than that, everyone's grown up and moved on.
Yeah. See? Things
Yeah.
change. Everything changes.
Well, actually, two families. There's this other family that moved in this last year, and he goes outside and plays in the street with his kids. The other kids you don't see that often in the corner.
No, they're in the
Which is a
house.
shame because they could
Yeah.
probably get together and
Yeah,
socialize.
exactly. They sure can.
So
Well, that's
it was
great.
nice to hear
It
that
was
people are
nice
kind
to
of
hear. We're
missing
all
some
the
of the old
same.
thing.
Yeah, it's funny that we're all the same no matter where we come from. Like I come from a different country, but yet we can still relate to all of that,
Well, we've
So
watched it happen.
we have, yeah,
It's
definitely.
our lifetime.
Yes, yes.
We went from no technology to 3 channels on TV to
Yeah.
we have 1 million channels now to watch.
Exactly.
And we have all kinds of technology, and everything's
Yeah.
talking to everything through waves or internet or clouds or whatever.
Or clouds, yes. Right?
It's in the cloud. I'm like, well,
It's in the
okay.
cloud.
How did I
Where's
get it
the
there?
cloud? Yeah.
I don't remember
Where is
anything
it?
about
Where
a
did
cloud.
it go?
Yeah. So yeah, so it just
It's nice. It's good things to relate to with other people. So
yeah. So we've watched it happen, and
we have. Yeah. I like this topic. That was a good topic. A little change from the romance and the relationships, and
yeah,
gives it a little pizzazz.
variety.
Yeah, a little pizzazz.
Something different. See how people are feeling. It was nice to know that we're not so old fuddy-duddy.
No, we're not. No.
That others see it and feel it too.
They do. They
aren't just like, yeah, it's life. It changes.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you for commenting on this subject. And if you guys have any questions or anything you'd like us to talk about, please leave them in the comments below. Or we do have an email, and Char will tell you that as soon as I turn it over to her to give you all the information about where we are. And please keep on commenting. We enjoy it, and be a little more specific with some of the stuff.
Yeah.
We like to actually hear what's going on and what you're thinking. So
yeah,
I'll turn it over to you. Let them know where we are.
We're kind of all over a little bit.
We are.
To email, it's girlfriendminute23@gmail.com. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Apple, Google, Pandora, TuneIn, iHeart, Deezer. That's it.
And YouTube.
YouTube, TikTok,
TikTok,
and Patreon.
Patreon. Yep, there you go. See, we are everywhere. I knew it.
We had 2 weeks off. I can't think.
We did. No. Well, we're back to our dates again. I did miss you.
We are back to our
here
dates.
We are.
Yes.
Back to our Friday dates, Friday night dates.
I did. I thought about them. Like,
yeah,
I can podcast from a cruise ship.
You can. Wouldn't that be cool? That would have been so cool.
Walk on with my Big Mac, and they'd be like,
yeah.
Whatever you bring on, you bring on, and they'll be like, huh?
Yeah. Well, here we are on the cruise ship. Look at us.
And that'd be something else.
Next time.
Right.
Definitely going to do that. Find a way to go ahead and do that next time. Definitely.
I'll get a laptop between now and then.
At least one day.
Between now and then. Sit out on the deck. And I'm going to have to ask someone, one of those pool people, like, can I have a long extension cord?
Yes.
A long extension cord.
Oh, they'll give it to you. Yeah, they're so nice. They'll give you whatever you want.
They give you whatever
Don't you worry.
I know,
don't you worry.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, where do you store all this stuff?
Well, they know. Because people have probably asked before, so they're like, okay, next time.
It's not even like I need a fan for my room. It's like the props and the sets for the shows.
Yes.
I mean, just everything.
Well, do they have they have specific rooms just to keep all those in, I'm sure.
I would imagine. I didn't get that tour. I didn't see that. I don't know where that stuff is.
Well, there's always underneath.
I'll let you know when I get there.
There's a lot of room underneath.
I'll let you know when I get there.
Yes.
But
they have a basement.
They store a lot of stuff, man. It's fascinating to watch
It is. It
You
is.
know,
And
they're
some of them
wheeling
have
out
ice skating rinks and stuff.
carts. I know they're
So
wheeling. Well,
that's
I sent you the
crazy.
picture of those two ships side by side.
Yes. Yeah, you did. It was enormous.
Yeah.
Enormous. Yeah. Well,
Um,
always a pleasure, though.
yes,
It
my
is 1
dear.
a.m. in the morning.
It
Have a
is 1
wonderful day
a.m.
today.
Thank you. You too. I'm getting a facial.
Thank you. All right. Go for it.
Woohoo.
Woo.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.